Yeah, Q. So go ahead and tell me, bro. Well, you got us ranked in the pecking order in the Eastern Conference right now, man.
Um, I'm gonna go with fourth.
Fourth.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with fourth. I'm gonna go fourth, maybe fifth. I think we should have been fifth last year. Uh, even though Toronto was that, I still got Milwaukee and Philly. That's the top two teams in the East. I think Boston drops. I think but Boston either second or third. You want to put it, and then I think it's us. Then Miami, then Toronto. I think
Okay. So
Miami. I think Miami takes another step back.
okay. Why you think Miami taking a step back? And what convinces you that we taking that step forward?
I think we're gonna be one, assuming I think we'll be a little bit more healthier this year than we were last year.
Agreed.
Two is like certain factors. I just like if they consistent, I feel like they consistent. Like you mentioned them losing PJ Tucker, they lost Goran Dragic. I think they kind of overachieved last year. So I think that's the reason for my step back. I think people will be a little bit more prepared for them. And I don't know because I do. It's another year for Jimmy, another year for Kyle. So I just don't really see them getting better. So I think they take
Age.
it. Yeah, I think age. They've been pretty healthy mostly, so I'm not going to count on injury. But I just think it's just time for them. Like I don't think they're gonna be able to keep it up. I think Boston at least made additions to get better, so I kept them up there. And Philly, I think as long as Joel can play at least 60 games, they're gonna be up there.
Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I honestly think Milwaukee the best team in the East too. So
Yeah, I definitely kind of agree with you there. I think as far as the first three teams, it can fluctuate. But as my top three teams, I do got Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly. I do think Miami's a pretty good team, but like you said, with age, they're getting a year older. Tyler Hero wants to start next season. You don't know what's going on with Duncan Robinson. Max Strus is a hooper. Gabe Vincent is a hooper. They got nice pieces. And they got that good culture there. So they got
yeah,
a solid foundation. And I think that's where you slate us in at. That fourth or fifth seed. I do think we have the potential to jump into those top tier three teams. But again, everything determines with us is health. Are we gonna be healthy? How long can we be healthy? Are we gonna see our players consistently, or is it gonna be a player out this game, player out that game? That was pretty much the whole thing last year. I think our starting five played in less than 10 games together as one unit. So how can you depend on the starters? What is Lonzo Ball looking like? Can Alex Caruso stay healthy? What are we getting out of Vooch? Who's gonna be starting? If Andre end up being a better fit and what we need in a starting rotation is we bring a Vooch off the bench. Is Patrick Williams starting, or is it gonna be Javante Green? We got a lot of questions to answer, man. So I think with us, it's just kind of really finding that identity. I know we like to play small. We like to play fast. That's something Billy Donovan was always known for. We got two dynamic scorers in Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Then we have our sniper and Lonzo Ball, our facilitator. And that gritty bench guy, Alex Caruso. To me, I just think meshing all that together and finding a consistent identity and build on top of that. Like who is really here to stay? Who can we move around on? Is Kobe White gonna take the next step? Is Patrick Williams gonna take the next step? I think with another year that's gonna give us more answers. But I think at the same time, it's kind of hard to wait another year when you got a 33-year-old DeMar DeRozan and a 31-year-old Nikola Vucevic. So I do got us slated in that fourth, fifth seed. Again, I do think we have the capacity to jump and jump into that top three. But I think a lot of things is going to come down to consistency and team structure, team dynamic. What role is what? It got to be some truth into that Zach LaVine, off-season rumor about him not liking the second fiddle playing of DeMar DeRozan. I don't think it's ultimately true. But I think for something to come out like that, I'm not gonna take it as nonsense, but I'm not gonna take it as critical either. So I think it has some type of dynamic into the team. I think we just need clear-cut roles. Last year, clear-cut, DeMar was the number one option. Zach was the number two option. Vooch was the number three option. But for us to win as many games as we want to win, and for us to be the team that we want to be, I think Zach needs to be the best player.
yeah, no, I think most of the critics agree. Like for us to be the team we need to be, Zach has to be the number one option, not DeMar. Especially because of while unstoppable DeMar can be, pretty predictable. We already know what he wants. We already know what his game plan is. You know, by playoff time, it was like the same old Raptors tomorrow. Like teams pretty much already knew what to do. So I think you're right. Like I think this is when we need to see Zach separate himself from other stars, especially with the contract he just got.
Yeah. I think the contract will deserve. Even if he replicate what he did last season, I think it's still, you know, and that's still a hell of a season. I think for the next step for Bulls to actually be contenders, we need to find that clear-cut number one option guy. You know, is that gonna come via trade? Is that gonna come, you know, free agency? I don't know. Is it Patrick Williams? You know, I don't know. I think we need to find that clear-cut 1A type of guy. Or you
don't think Zach's that?
No, I think Zach can be a 1. Yeah, 1 for sure. 1A, 1B. I think Zach has the capacity to do so, but I think we need a team built around that if we're gonna do that. And I think, you know, DeMar DeRozan is, to me, in the same caliber of Zach LaVine. You know, where you can use both of them dynamically, but you're gonna need like the perfect piece that we would be missing right now on this roster is like a Pascal Siakam. Like you're gonna need a lengthy, you know, forward that can, you know, guard, you know, up on players, those Kevin Durant, those LeBron James. I think when you have Zach and DeMar on the wing, they both only 6'6", which can create a defensive disadvantage, knowing that neither one of them are defensively inclined or defensive specialists. You know, they can stay in front of their man, but they're not going to stop or slow anybody down to the capacity that, specialty defenders are, like Pascal. You know, and I think that's why Pat development or Pat role is so important on this team. You need somebody to guard Giannis. Neither one of them can do that. I think offensively you have that, but I think the 1A that you need, again, like if I could get an Anthony Davis, if I could get I know Giannis is not possible, but a Giannis, like that's the type of player I think you need to pair with Zach LaVine. It got to be like that LeBron, KD type, you know, that big wing, you know, that super big wing.
No one's getting rid of those, man.
I know that they in and far between, man. They hard to come by. I know that without a doubt, you know. But like you know, they loosely, you know, throw Anthony Davis out there, you know, it's gettable and things like that. Like I'm looking at franchises like that. Like, you know, y'all not competing for a championship. Y'all not, you know, you're not really progressing. You know, you got a 37, 38-year-old LeBron James, 36, however old he is. You know, he not the same player. And then you got a 29-year-old Anthony Davis, you know, or like a Kyrie Irving. You know, I know a lot of people don't like Kyrie, but same case there. I think we need that. We need that impact at a different position. I think just with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, you can't duplicate.
They too close. Yeah, they too close.
Yeah. So that's just my opinion, man. But you know, I think to catapult us into that top 3, even if, like I said, you bring a Kyrie, Zach, and DeMar, that's a killer backcourt. You know what I'm saying? Or you bring an Anthony Davis, you know, Zach LaVine, Lonzo type situation. You know, like I think that gives you youth, that gives you time to grow, and then that's an actual core that you can develop with. Everybody under 30, and you can build with that. That's just my opinion.
Honestly, I just think if people develop the way we hope to, not even like star status, just like if we get a consistent 17 out of Kobe. Like the problem is, like if we knew every time Kobe got on the court it was 15, that's a huge difference. You know, if we knew we gonna get our 10 out of that. Like I think those little things is probably what separate us. Because I think from top to bottom, like I don't see no huge difference from like us in Boston. You know what I mean?
I don't either.
So like,
but see, that's my thing. I have more doubt than faith that they're gonna reach that optimal level. I think that's my take on the situation, because, you know, out of 3 or 4 years, I mean, Pat's still kind of out there. Kobe, I still think eventually once he get older, he could be that type of player. But again, when you got a 33-year-old DeMar DeRozan, and a 31-year-old Vooch, you ain't really got the time to wait on that. Eventually, they will get to where they need to be, and they're going to become the players that I believe that we both expect them to be. But it's just like, are they going to do that with this current core? You know what I'm saying? And that's where the game comes in. Like, you can't play both. You can't be trying to develop talent and trying to compete for the title, you got to do one or the other. You saying continuity, like these are 22, 23-year-olds. Like, you got 33-year-olds on this roster. Like, and they're not looking for continuity. They're looking for contention. You know what I'm saying? So
he ain't got no choice, man. He just came from San Antonio and he was on Toronto. Like, honestly, bro, like he should be happy. This man doing real good, man. People thought he was just going to just disappear.
Yeah. DeMar definitely was slept on and not talked about, bro. Honestly.
And people, the worst free agent signing of all time. But like, this man's on the outs of the NBA. The NBA has evolved past on y'all. But yeah, man. Yeah, we passed that now. Like you said, we trying to look for championships. I wish he could have got our NBA first team last year, but it's cool.
No, it's all good. I mean, I love DeMar, bro. To me, Zach and DeMar is a good dynamic. It's just I don't know if they championship level, status, but I think if everybody develop, that's including Lonzo Ball. Like, this thing, if Lonzo can do better, this thing, Pat can do better. Like, the young guys really have to take that next step.
Yeah.
And to me, that just signifies that, like, if Zach is not the best player on the team, if Zach don't take that next step, then I think we be looking at the same thing. That 5th, 6th seed situation going in, might be a first round exit. And then it's back to the drawing board. It's like, what you gonna do next offseason with less cap space? Vooch falling off the books. Like, I don't know. I think at this season, they have to try to swing for some form of like big trade, like to bring a better a better overall product for Zach LaVine. Like, you got Zach on the max contract. You got him for at least 5 years. You need somebody to pair with that. Like, just how like Jason Tatum got Jaylen Brown. You need somebody who's in that age caliber, in that age bracket. That's why I said Anthony Davis. Like, you need somebody who is on par in that time frame and that age frame for at least the next 5 years to keep that window open. Like, I think with this roster right now, you probably got next year. Then after next year, that window is probably completely shut. DeMar at the age 35, Vooch 33, Zach turning 30. Like, again, it'll be a good team, but I just don't. I don't know. They got a lot to prove, man. They got a lot.
Yeah, they got a lot. I know you're right. A lot to prove. Apparently we don't got enough to trade for KD because the Nets don't want DeMar DeRozan. This is fan talk. This ain't real talk. But DeMar DeRozan not enough for KD. So
I'm shipping. I'm shipping whatever I can to get KD, bro. Like,
I'm definitely. I'm like, yeah, y'all could get this Young, y'all could get this Pat, y'all could get this DeMar DeRozan, y'all could get this Kobe. Who else?
Y'all get whatever.
Who else y'all know? Y'all wanted Derrick Jones Jr. Throw that in there.
I'm even interested in Kyrie Irving. Like, honestly, like, we have a talent deficit. Like, we don't have, like the best players at any position. Like, we don't have anybody who's at that position and they're the best player at that position. At least with a Kyrie, you get that. Like, he's arguably just as good. Again, Stephen Curry's better in my opinion, but to me, he's right behind Stephen Curry. Like literally right behind Stephen Curry. I don't know any other point guard. I mean, Damian Lillard is good too, but I still think Kyrie better than him. So
Chris Paul.
Yeah, I think Kyrie. I think Kyrie is the second best point guard in the NBA. Like, that's hands down. Like, arguably. In certain aspects, you could say he's better than Stephen Curry, but I think all around Stephen Curry's the best point guard, and then behind that is Kyrie Irving. I think the media kind of shoot him down, and personality issues and things like that.
Because that man can't play a whole season.
Yeah, because he don't want to get vaccinated.
He could play a whole season before that.
Yeah, regardless.
That's what made it worse.
Yeah, health is always, I mean, even dating back in college days, like, dude only played a few games in college,
Kobe told me he played 10 games. And before that, he was in high school. And here you are.
Yeah. But to me, that talent, bro, like, that instantly puts us at a different level. To me, that brings a compliment to Zach LaVine. And then if you're able to keep Patrick Williams, possibly even DeMar DeRozan, if you get Kyrie, because Kyrie stock is down right now. I would definitely be in on that. Again, especially with the Lonzo knee concerns, I'm not sure how strong him and Zach LaVine relationship is, but if that relationship is perishable, I'll definitely, I'll be calling in like, look, we got Zoe for you,
we got Ben Simmons already.
Yeah, y'all already got. No, y'all got Ben Simmons, but Zoe can play 1 or 2. You can put Ben at the 1, Zoe at the 2. That's good ass defense. I ain't gonna lie. Some good ass defense right there.
I hate to look at that shit. Play the top offense.
No, I would put to me. I think Lonzo, honestly, like, he a combo guard as well too. Like he could play the one, but I don't
probably
think.
Had to put Ben back at that 4.
Yeah, you could whatever. Ben can play 1 through 5. Shit, you put Ben at the 5.
Nah, he can't play 5. He proved that already. He proved he can't do it, man. He already proved. When he didn't want to dunk on Trae Young, that showed. Any other 5 would have tried. Any 5 would have tried to dunk on Trae Young. Man, Thiago Splitter tried to dunk on LeBron.
Nah. You right. You right. I wouldn't even lie. Like I think, I don't know. If I was them, I'll listen in on that. If Kyrie's situation,
I'll take it.
If it's as bad as they say it is, I don't see why you don't want him on your team. So I just think if it's turmoil there, and you could get a up and coming young Lonzo Ball who probably got the same health and injury concerns as Kyrie Irving. I mean, why not? At least he's 5 years young. It looked like we're going towards a rebuild anyway. Like, why not bring him to Brooklyn? But that's just my opinion on that, man. But outside of that, Q, you got anything else you want to go ahead and run down and talk about?
Nah, man. That's it.
That's it. All right, man. Well, look forward to a couple weeks. It's probably gonna be slow on the rumor mill. It's that dry season, middle of July. Beginning of August. If y'all do, I think Dragic is playing. I don't want to say the wrong league, but I think he's playing in Serbia next month. If y'all want to catch some Dragic, we might, drop an episode or something talking about that. Because next month, the end of that, start a training camp. So, it's surely and slowly creeping up, man. So, be looking out for the next episodes that drop. We'll be back with y'all, next week to keep it up on the Bulls content. Y'all let us know any questions or concerns down there. If y'all want to talk about any topics or anything like that, man, we want to communicate with y'all, man. So drop anything down in there that y'all got concerns about, and that could be a topic on the show. We're going to get a Bulls line in too, man, so y'all can call in. We can do call-in shows. Got a lot of stuff to look forward to, y'all. So,
I'm going to start talking about some Bears content in a minute during this dry season.
Yeah. We could definitely get that Bears talk here. My boy Justin.
Do a little Bears talk just to pass some time. We know we got some other football fans out there, probably they're like, dang, go talk about something else besides the Bulls. All right, this be the one chance y'all get, man. Just the one time.
Exactly. If y'all want to hear, let us know. Y'all just let us know down in the comment section. Y'all want to hear some Bears content? Go ahead, put Bears down there. Shit, we'll calculate it up, add it up, and then we'll go from there. But this farewells and good nights to Bulls Nation, man. Talk to y'all soon. Have a good one. To me.